The Icons of Real Estate podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from top-producing icon agents? Ready to skyrocket your business? This podcast is for you. Tune in every week with your host, Tomasz Fonseca, and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your business. From $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Ardor SEO.
Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Icons of Real Estate podcast. With us today, we have Stacie Peterson. She dedicates her time and energy and resources to help agents learn about this truly disruptive platform that is eXp Realty. On the Real Estate B School, where Stacie acts as CEO, she coaches some of the top teams in the industry on leverage, systems, and growth. Stacie grew her team, tripled her business, made the move from top producer to business owner, and exited production within 6 months. So let's see how this happened right here on the Icons of Real Estate podcast. Welcome to the show, Stacie.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here.
Well, we share that excitement. And Stacie, let's start with your real estate journey. I'm aware that you went from chaos to structure, right? So
Yeah.
let's hear about it.
So I actually began real estate at age 25, and I had no idea what a realtor was because I came from a small town and we didn't have real estate agents. People just, said, "Hey, I'm selling my house," and the neighbor came by and bought it. So when I started real estate, it was quite a learning curve because I had no idea. And of course, when you get licensed, they don't really teach you the business. So I did pretty well my first couple of years, and then was part of a startup team. And we were pretty successful, but it was before teams were popular. So people didn't really understand it. And I don't know that we did a great job marketing it, but we had 5 great agents, sold a lot of real estate, and had a lot of fun. And then after that, I started another team with a business partner, and he and I grew that team from 0 to 300 transactions in 5 years. And then I sold that team for a 7-figure valuation. So I love building businesses. I love helping other people build businesses. And so that's kind of my journey in real estate.
Nice. I like that you were concise. Sometimes people come to the podcast and they tell me all their life, and we're here for almost 5 hours. No, but thanks, Stacie. Where was this little town that you're talking about? Just so the audience knows.
Yeah. So from Scotland, South Dakota. So sometimes when I say Scotland, people get excited, but it's South Dakota. Great little place. 800 people. And so I grew up there. And then when I started my real estate team, I'm in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So that's the biggest city in South Dakota. Right now, we're hitting about 200,000 people.
Nice. And you were talking about that from 0 to 300 transactions. That is divided by how many members on the team?
Yeah, great question. So our idea was never to have tons and tons of agents. We wanted to really impact agents' lives and help them sell more real estate than they could on their own. So in the 300 transactions, there was 10 of us, including me and my business partner, and we had 2 administrators. So we, grew pretty quickly with the help of, lead generation and accountability and learning how to work together and marketing. And so we were able to kind of grow pretty fast, which was exciting. People didn't think we could do it because we had a different model. We had agents that were just working with buyers and agents that were just working with sellers. And, people said, well, you can't pigeonhole an agent into just being a buyer agent. But we felt that if people could become specialists, that they would feel more rewarded in their career and help a lot more people. And it ended up working.
Nice. And if you mind me asking, why did you end up selling your business?
Yeah, that's a question I get a lot. The reason that I sold it is because my heart was really in coaching. I loved, like I mentioned, I love to help people build businesses. So this was a way that I could help hundreds of people build their businesses instead of just the one. And I didn't feel like it was fair to my team to be concentrating so much time on coaching and not able to spend as much time with them. So since my heart was there, that's why I went and pursued the sale.
Nice, nice. And yes, Stacie, I see in the beginning, I was reading about you, and that you were talking that you were kind of like lost control of time, like your time management was not very good, which like evidently like caused some problems in your personal life, right?
Yes.
Like what was your solution for all this? Because I believe in the audience there may be people that they think the same, you know, they're working their ass off and they're
Yeah.
maybe losing some connection here and there, you know, and maybe they don't know what to do, you know. What was your solution?
Well, I think first of all, I had to change my mindset. So my mindset was, how can I get more and more and more done in a shorter period of time? Like, what's the hack? What's the app? What's the class?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to change my mindset and shut all the noise off and just concentrate on what are the few things that I have to get done every day. Because what was happening was, you know, I was spending lots of time selling houses. That's a lot of houses to sell. And I was spending a lot of time managing and helping clients. And then at night, I'd go home and work on, you know, how to grow the team and systems and tools. And so I was really getting lost in all of that. And yeah, my family was always taking a back seat. And I thought, oh, it'll be fine. Like they'll always, you know, they're fine. They'll live. But, you know, the reality of it is, if your relationships start kind of going to the wayside, then what is it all really for? So luckily, that's sort of what started my coaching journey as well, is I started working with Real Estate B School, and Lars and I worked together to help me and my team really kind of figure out what's most important. And we can just not try to do 100 things, and then find some focused time. So I had 2 focused time blocks a week. They were on Friday mornings, and then usually late Sunday afternoon. It was just easy for me. I was already anxious about work for the next week.
Yeah.
And I would get lots of systems done in that compressed amount of time instead of trying all week long to get everything done. So that really helped. Just, you know, I think sometimes we try to complicate it, and I do as well. I still struggle. I think everybody struggles with time management unless you're just bomb at it. But, you know, I think we have to go through and really analyze our season that we're in, and then try to find out what's most important.
Yeah, so it would be like on Sunday, you would plan your week, and then on Friday, you kind of do like a little review and follow up, right?
Yes. And then also any projects that needed to be done. So let's say I was developing like an accountability system for our team. I would work on that on Fridays and a little bit on Sunday afternoon so I could get it done. And like I said, not spend, you know, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. when I'm supposed to be a mom and a wife, you know, watching TV on my laptop and answering the phone and emails. You know, I just compressed that time into those 2 time blocks to get those things done.
And that will already reflected some differences. I can imagine.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, I think it was mostly for me, I felt more satisfied. So instead of consistently being overwhelmed and burnt out and, you know, one day I'm up and one day I'm down, you know, I started feeling better. And so I could show up better. You know, I started taking care of me, my health, and then I could take care of my family, and then I can take care of my clients instead of the other way around, client, family, then me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is some of the values that we've heard here on the podcast before, but we never get tired of listening to them, you know, because sometimes we need repetition so people can understand it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And connect, knowing that other people have those same problems. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times, and especially from coaching lots of teams and team leaders and successful agents, people are embarrassed to admit that maybe things aren't going great. You know, they might say, well, you know, my team isn't selling as many houses as they should be. But then when you really go deeper and figure it out, maybe their life is a mess. They don't have enough time, or they're not even making enough money to scrape by, or they have zero freedom. And so that really became my passion, because I needed someone to come in and help me. So that really, fueled my passion to coach and help other agents. But I think the more we talk about it, like, it's okay to have a great, successful career and also talk about the journey when it wasn't fun, it wasn't exciting, but I think the key is talking about it and then getting help with it, or figuring out what's going to work for you.
Yeah, exactly. Empathy is very powerful.
Yeah.
And you mentioned real estate B school, right?
Yeah.
So how did that came to be? I think like you're now acting chief operating officer, right?
Yes. Yep. Exactly. So I was when we were growing our team, our last team, I knew I needed help with a coach right away. So started working with a coach, and, got great information. And then I got to a point where everything felt out of control again. I felt like I didn't know if my agents were coming in today or not. Are they going to follow up on any leads? Are they going to leave the team? I just had all this anxiety around it and felt like nothing was organized. There wasn't really a true system that was repeatable. And so I had met Lars, who's the owner of Real Estate B School, at this other coaching. We were both coaching with this other company. And I just reached out to him and said, hey, like, I feel like everything is sort of falling around me. Can I pay you to consult with me and figure out sort of what the holes are? Because he really had been on stage and talking about family and faith and liking his agents. And I felt like I hadn't heard that before. It felt like the thing to do was just complain about your team. And my team members were amazing, great people. Like, there's no reason to complain about them. Yeah. So I called him, like I mentioned, on a Friday, and he said, I'm starting a coaching company on Monday, so I'll give you a call back. And I thought, yeah, right. I suppose, wouldn't anybody say that if someone was willing to give you money? But he actually was. So we became his first coaching client. And within 6 months, I was able to get out of production and put a ton of tools and systems into place, because this company thought about your real estate business like a business and not just sell more homes, sell more homes. There was a system to it. There was accountability. There was tracking. I understood my financials. And so I just knew I really wanted to be a part of it. So after I got out of production, I started coaching agents, 1 day a week, and then it became 2 and 3. And then, fast forward, became the director of coaching, COO, and then CEO.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that, so you went from first clients to CEO.
Yeah, right.
That's amazing. And yeah, Stacie, you said you exited production just after 6 months. Now that you're the CEO, right? You're the mentor, not the mentee. Do you have a certain plan in mind, like for any agent to exit production just like you did, like in 6 months?
Excuse me. Yes. So let me preface that with, I was already a successful agent. So I didn't, come from selling no homes to exiting production in 6 months. And I think that's a lot of times what agents want to do. I was selling 40, 50, 60 homes a year myself. And so when I exited production, because I had a team set up, I was able to give my buyers first to those agents, and then off my sellers, or that sounded bad, but take my sellers off my plate. So I think the key for me was, first of all, figuring out how I can still be profitable. So have the right economic model so that I can not lose a whole bunch of money by giving away my clients. And then secondly, having the tools and systems to make sure that how I did business was how now my team was doing business, right? Because you don't want someone to show up completely different, or they don't present to your clients and then your clients are confused. So it was just some simple, I think, accountability, tracking, the right economic model. And then my job turned into business development for the team. So it's not like you sit back and you're like, woo, I'm on vacation now forever. No, you just have a different job and a responsibility to that team that you promise to be their leader and provide them a better career than if they were on their own.
So right now, you say like your responsibles are more on team leading or on coaching, or both?
Yeah. So I would say a little bit of both. So I lead an organization in EXP, right? So I have a responsibility to those 500 plus agents. And then also at Real Estate B School, I help the coaches. So making sure that they feel supported and they've got the right, system and everything at Real Estate B School. And then, real estate, I'm really not in sales anymore, but I do help. I actually have a couple clients that I'm working with right now. You kind of miss it. So, but it's nice to have the choice, right? To work with who you want to.
Yeah, I guess you still receive some referrals from your past success, and you're not meant to say no to that.
Right. Yeah. And most people I do give back to the team that I sold, but there's just a couple here and there. Honestly, I hadn't done transactions for a long time. And then this last 12 months, I've ended doing up like 4. So nothing major. My focus is to help other agents build something great for themselves, whether it be teams, individual production, passive income, being paid multiple ways, just helping them create the business that they want. That's where most of my time is spent.
Nice. And of course, you're using not only the Real Estate B School, but also like the EXP Realty platform and universe to leverage that.
Yeah, for sure. Real Estate B School helps our agents with all the tools, systems, videos, the tactical on how to do things. We have videos and everything they can swipe and deploy. They get that for free when they partner with me. But then also EXP, we have lots of education, training, and then our organization also offers additional training and help. Because sometimes you can get caught up in all the education, but you really need the action items to move forward. So we concentrate on trying to help agents with that.
Nice. And how did EXP entered your life? I don't think we covered that yet. So like the Real Estate B School, it was before any move to EXP, right?
Correct. Yeah. And in fact, one of our coaches had joined EXP. Some of our clients had. And, funny enough, most people say, they were asked so many times and they said no to EXP. I wasn't even asked. Isn't that funny? No one even asked me or told me about EXP. And I had already made up my mind because I had heard what other people said. Oh, I'm not going to join because of this. And so I just jumped on that bandwagon without knowing anything. And like I said, no one called me. And even though, like I mentioned, a coach and clients and all these people around me had joined. So a friend of mine, he and his family were moving to Montana from North Carolina. They were actually on the road for a year, and they would always come and hang out with us. And one day he mentioned to me, hey, I'm going to move my team. He was an independent brokerage. And he said, I'm going to move my team to EXP. And I think my jaw dropped because him and I had kind of laughed about it. But again, I really knew nothing. So I was kind of those people, if someone tells a joke, but they don't get it and they're like, kind of laugh. That was me, I guess, because I didn't really know about it. And so he had me take a look. And so when he joined, then Lars and I actually both joined. And it's just been an amazing journey. With Real Estate B School, we had never been able to grow this fast. And so now, in 20 months, I have over 500 people in my organization. And I'm just so proud of those people. It doesn't have really anything or that much to do with me at all. It's that agents want a better platform, in order to increase their production, have better technology, healthcare, multiple streams of income, and be owners, be an agent owner, put all that hard work toward themselves. So I'm just lucky to have really great people around me. And I just honestly, I'm honored by it.
Nice. I can see that. I can see the passion. So I thought Lars was your sponsor. So Lars is not your sponsor?
He is.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So John is both of our friend. Yep.
Oh, okay,
And
okay,
so,
okay.
yep. So John joined and then Lars and then I did, but it was, almost simultaneously. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Exactly.
And it's nice to have a buddy, right? Joining at the same time. So I was kind
Exactly.
of lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, you go hand in hand in managing the business. So like you do you have uh the same organization? Do you manage the same organization, or does Lars has his own organization?
Yep. He has his own as well. Yep. So I have my own. He has his own.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually. I was talking with Lars. I think I told you before. And I'll schedule a podcast. I'm scheduled to record a podcast. I think in 2 weeks with
Yeah.
him.
Awesome. Yes. You'll love it. He's
So
great.
we're gonna have pretty much everyone on the real estate B school on the podcast.
That's right. That's awesome. We love it. We love it.
And yes, Stacie, what about? I also saw you were part of the Game Changers community. Is this your EXP team?
So yeah, this is part of our organization in
Mhm.
EXP. So we come together and have production masterminds, and we offer masterminds on how to grow your income. And we have a lot of different coaches that come together and really give of their time and their resources to help agents. So
Mhm.
yep, our bigger organization is called Game Changers. And then my organization, so I have a name for my own because I just run some special things in my group. And so we call that multiplier movement, because I believe that when we come together, we can multiply more. We can multiply sales, we can multiply our impact. And so that means a lot to me.
Nice. Do you have like a gesture like you do like this or something like that?
No, I should. Like it's really hard to make like an M. So I don't, maybe it's
Yeah,
like almost a heart, but not, I don't know.
you have to put like an M with the X, the M
Yeah,
with the
right.
X.
Like, I don't know. I'll work on it and then
Yeah, if
you'll
someone
see it.
is watching the video now, this this is a bit weird.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what all that was. Yeah.
So who started out the Game Changers community then?
Yeah, so really, AJ Maida had a group called Go Getters.
Mhm.
And when John and Lars and I and part of that line joined, then we kind of renamed it, or they renamed it to be called Game Changers. And Game Changers has a cool little story to it too, because it's like 3 mountains in the background, and those stand for time freedom, money freedom, location freedom.
Mhm.
So like we really take it serious about helping people build freedom, helping them get their time back, helping them earn more money. And like we said, we want this legacy to kind of keep going for agents. My motto is like, no agent left behind. I just feel like every agent should, number one, be told about the opportunity, right? Like I wasn't. And secondly, have it explained to them in a way where they can truly understand the model. Because like you mentioned, it is different. It's not all the things that people say, maybe they don't understand it. Maybe it's a negative connotation. Like, I think it's great to be here. And so, you need to hear it from someone that truly understands it and can give you a sneak peek into it so that you understand.
Nice. I have kind of idea for you to implement in your team is like so you say like there's no agent left behind. You could
Yeah.
do something like to do with like saving Agent Ryan, instead of saving
Yeah,
Private Ryan. If you
that's good.
if you have an Agent Ryan, you got to put a helmet on him and saying
That's
saving Agent
right.
Ryan.
Go get him. That's right. I love it. I love it. I'm going to implement that. It'll be like that hat. That'll be my new
Exactly.
logo instead of like the M's that we can't do.
And you can always email Tom Hanks and see if he's available also for a photo shoot.
Yes,
Who knows?
right.
Who knows? But yeah, I forgot about to ask you this question about your coaching.
Yeah.
So if you can run a bit back on this, is because I wanted to understand, like in your coaching and then all the knowledge and experience that you transmit, what do you find to be like your best genius? Like, what is your best matter that you are a pro, absolute pro?
Yeah. So our coaching really covers 4 different drivers. So how to attract more business to you, how to convert that into a consult or a client, how to deliver great service, and then ultimately how to scale your business through growing your team, knowing your numbers, and creating your future. And for me, where my zone of genius is within that is really the systems. Like when people get to know me, they're always like, oh my gosh, you probably have a system for that. What is it? You know, what are the steps? How do I get there? And so that really is, I mean, I do it at home. We run family meetings every week and we have an agenda, and like, it's not boring, and it's not, I'm not actually a really good person with structure, which sounds odd if you're systematized, but I just have some systems that work for me in my business and my life. And it helps me feel more prepared, you know, not so overwhelmed, not unorganized. And so that's really my genius. So if someone says, you know, hey, I need help with, you know, I don't like accountability, but I know I need it. And I know maybe the agents around me need some help, but I don't want to say every day, did you do this? And they say no. And I say why. So, you know, let the tools do the heavy lifting, you know, trackers or conversations or different things. And so I love creating that. I love finding the problem and then either giving them a tool system we already have or creating it.
And is that something that is unanimous for your organization? Like in terms, everyone uses the same system, or do you deliver different systems to different agents?
Yeah, good question. So when they're a coaching client for us, everything is, you know, basically understand before we prescribe. So it's not like a coaching in a box. However, we do have lots of things built out, but we will, you know, tailor them to them. And then in my organization, not everybody uses all the systems, you know, just like in any business or EXP, whatever you're in, you're not using everything exactly. So we try to make our systems also, you know, open enough for them to put their own tweak on it. We just want to give them the why and how it could look, and then they get to take it and make it what they want. So, but a lot of clients that have really great success use most of our tools and systems for sure.
Nice. And yeah, if it's a proven process, you know, like it's not yesterday news.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And, you know, we all can get caught up in so many ways. And, you know, I mentioned I was looking for hacks for time management all the time. And so, you know, I think the more you just pick a lane and kind of pick 1 to 2, maybe 3 projects for a whole quarter, concentrate on that and really put that into your business, you will be better off than most agents, because you will maybe have put somewhere between, you know, 12 to, who knows, 5 to 12 projects in a year. And that's more than most people put into their business in a lifetime. So we really try to help people live in a 90-day world, we call it. So picking a few projects, creating those milestones, and then going to action on it, you know, every week.
Yeah, because it's not an easy game. I saw some, I'm not sure what the percentage is, but I think it was over 80% of realtors fail after 2 years, something like that. So it's like, it's not an easy game.
No, it's not. I mean, HGTV makes it look really easy. You know, I would
nice.
love to work with, you know, someone that is a part-time dog walker and has a $4 million budget. And we only have to look at 3 houses, but you know, in real life, it just doesn't happen that way.
Exactly. So tell me, Stacie, where do you go from here? What are your goals? Let's maybe talk 2022. I know we are already hitting the summer, but let's talk to me about 2022 and maybe more long term for yourself and your organization.
Yeah. So for me, my major goal right now is to create partnerships with agents. So one-on-one, helping them build their business, you know, helping them really get some leverage, helping them, you know, like I mentioned, create multiple streams if that's of interest to them, and get equity and ownership. That's my number one focus. And then, 5-10 years down the road, it is helping other agents help other agents. So it's, not all on my shoulders, which it isn't now. But, when you get more and more people partnering directly with you, that's more responsibility. And so I want to, have digital products to help agents so that they can do these things and lead other people and, not have this heavy lift of creating everything. And then, helping coach agents and moving them forward. It really that's my focus.
Yeah. And is this all happening this year then? Or
Some
you're
of it'll
working on it?
Yeah, I'm working on it now. And then, as it continues to grow, just be, available for others and, who they're helping and yeah, just getting that ball rolling, and it'll continue to keep going. It's gone pretty fast so far.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just love it. It's like renewed my passion for coaching. It's renewed my passion for real estate. And just getting to meet all these different people. And I take it seriously when I partner with someone, because I know they're putting a lot of trust in me, and I don't want to let them down. So I help them with every avenue I can.
Yeah, you don't look like that type of person that lets people down. So I don't think you have much to worry.
Well, good.
So tell me, Stacie, how can our audience reach out to you?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You can find me on Facebook or Instagram. My handle is This Is Stacie Peterson. Or of course, you can always email me, stacie@staciepeterson.com. And my first name spelled with an IE, just to, complicate it a little bit. But yeah, I would love to talk with you if you have questions about your business, or just wanted someone to break down the model with no pressure, or maybe some systems and tools, or something's missing in your business and you just kind of lost your joy. I'd love to talk with you, because I was there too.
Perfect. So this is Stacie Peterson, and this is the Icon of Real Estate podcast. And yeah, thank you so much for coming along. I think we had ourselves a very pleasant time, or I hope that you share that.
Yes. Yes, I had a great time.
And yeah, hope to talk with you soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.